I think we're live. Are we live? Let's just start to type. Looks like we're live. Are we live? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. It says we're live. It's playing. Sup, this man. Sup, D. Strauss 188 Broadway Musicals. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. Okay. Let's get on this YouTube thing and switch back over to here. Alright. I think we should be good. Right now we're in downtown Cheyenne. We're going to start over here at Pioneer and Lincoln Way, West Lincoln Way. It's over here by the Deneen building. I don't really have a particular plan in mind for where we're going tonight, so we're just going to go with the flow. I guess we'll go ahead and go this way before the light changes. Sup, Woulda Yamin? How are you doing? It says live in Ranchettes. So you're in the northern part of Cheyenne, basically. Appreciate it, D. Strauss. My day's been pretty okay. Yeah, pretty okay. Hold on, we got this fire truck here. Fire truck going by, that's a little bit noisy. Yeah, today's been pretty good for me. Not too bad at all. I think the only thing, of course, that would have been nice is if I could have gotten going for the live stream a little sooner, but oh well. It happens. Can't always be perfect. Just got into Cheyenne yesterday from Wilmington, North Carolina. It's a little ways out there. Good to hear you made it back. Ham Bones. I haven't been there in a long time. I'll admit I don't care for their approach on pizza. They have good pizza, but it's not my taste. Not my taste. I like the place that was there before, but of course that place is long gone. They don't have locations out here anymore. Man. But yeah, they have good pizza, just not my particular flavor there. Depends on if you like your toppings underneath the cheese, because at least the last time I went, they definitely were putting the toppings mostly under the cheese. For me, I don't care for that. Some people seem to really like that though, so. Yeah, Deneen building there. I want to go down this way because I want to go over by the cafe, the Ranch Eats. So we're just going to check out a whole bunch of kind of things happening around Cheyenne, downtown Cheyenne tonight regarding retail. I wasn't certain I was going to do downtown, but I don't know, last night came around and I was like, I'll just do downtown. This building is the Downtown West. Just remembered as I came over here, they're working on turning into this place called HealthWorks. As far as I understood, they were going to put their building over near the Pershing Marketplace, kind of next to where Dutch Bros is, but obviously that didn't happen. The sign for them is gone from over there, so I think they're set to come over here instead. Heck, that might actually be the sign they used before. I'm not sure. They definitely had a similar sign set up over there next to the Breeze Through Car Wash on Pershing, but I don't know. Speaking of that area though, I did just recently do a video of the Cheba Hut. I've had at least one or two requests, and maybe more. I can't remember. It's been so long. I know there's one specific one I was able to find, and I think there was one or two other people that mentioned it. So it's like, all right, I'll see about filming it. And I did, and well, there you go. Before that point, I'd never tried Cheba Hut, so it's interesting to try something new. I don't know if they're gonna do an expansion over to this parking lot, but they are definitely doing something on that edge of the building right there. And of course someone's texting me and I can't really reply to them because I'm in the middle of a live stream. I don't know, I could pop it open, but I'll mess with it later. What are your favorite YouTuber? I don't know. I don't know if I really have a favorite YouTuber. There's a handful of YouTubers I watch on the regular. Some of them are retail enthusiasts. Some of them are completely different topics. I don't know if I really have one that I absolutely like favorite over all the others. I don't think I really do. But right now we're over here on, I think this is Thomes, right? Yeah, this is Thomes. Or no, we're a block away from Thomes. This is O'Neill. And we're over here by the bus transfer station. It used to be over by the parking garage, but they moved it over here with the new route system they put in place. Which so far even though it's a little bit more limited than the amount of stops that buses used to go to because of less routes, I do like the new system a little better. I'm going to tell you that much. I do like it a little bit better because you can actually go back and forth rather than be forced to go all the way around the whole route. And you don't necessarily have to wait a whole hour for a bus if you don't want to and if you're at the right location. They have their limits still right now. Sounds like they pretty much have to get more buses to have more routes. But the way it works right now, I'm pretty happy with it. It's made my life easier, and I wish it was around back in 2020, 2021, even 2022 when I was doing a lot of walking streams like this. It would have greatly helped a lot. But yeah, I think this little parking lot here is usually used by Cheyenne police. You got the big old police station right here. I think I'm gonna try and wrap up along 17th maybe because of the lights, or is it 18th? It's one of those two streets. One of those two streets has really good lighting at night, so I want to try and finish over there, I think. But I don't know where on that street yet. Yeah, Destroys says my favorite YouTubers are WallyB26 and Channel Boogaloo and Ryan Trahan and that Nate guy on YouTube. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know if I know Boogaloo, but I know of all the others that you listed there. I might have heard of it. I don't think I've explicitly gone out and watched it. Wish there was a bus in the Point neighborhood in downtown. Nearest bus stop is a mile away. Exactly. I can't exactly pinpoint where the Point is in my head right now. Can't think of where it is, but they used to have buses that, went all the way up Yellowstone, good distance. I think it went up to Story at one time, if I remember right. It's been a long time, so I can't explicitly remember. I remember there used to be a bus that would go out to Meals on Wheels on whatchamacallit. What is it? Meals on Wheels on South Greeley Highway. Had a blank moment there. They really could use some buses that go out to Sun Valley too, I feel like. So we're on 19th and Thomes now, coming up on the city center building where Ranch Eats Cafe is set up. So I guess this Wednesday, they're not open at this hour, but this Wednesday, they're having a ribbon cutting and after hours event with the Red Carpet Committee and Cheyenne Chamber of Commerce, as well as people who are on the board for that. I guess the ribbon cutting's at 4:30 and then 5 to 7. As far as I understand, it's going to be the after hours. So I actually don't know how exactly that's going to work. I don't know if they're going to, I assume they're going to prepare food, but I don't know. These guys are definitely more of like a breakfast and lunch establishment, not so much of a dinner place, but that doesn't mean they can't do dinner. They certainly can do dinner with the food trucks. So there you go, now open. I don't know if it's coming out on camera for you guys, but it says open 7 to 2 on Monday to Friday. I've gone here a couple or 3 times. Because I ended up going to the soft open sort of thing before they officially opened to the public. I went to first day, and I think I went one other time, if I remember right. Or did I? I can't remember. If I didn't, then I will be. Either way, I will be going again at some point. I do. Their menu's a little bit different. There's certainly some stuff on it that is not my taste, but then there's other stuff that, oh my gosh, I wanted to get another one on the spot because I liked it that much. So. The one thing I don't think I think if I could do a salad from there, I'll have to bring my own dressing or something, because the dressing they have are the just dressings I simply are not in my tastes. But that's okay. I do like their food. Sup, JH7. Hopping off for the night that Arya destroys. Have a good night, dude. I drove to Starbucks downtown this morning, so nice to see no traffic during rush hour. Down Gardenia off Yellowstone. I thought so. I thought that's where that was. I don't think the buses went... Well, did they go that far? I can't remember. They might have, because I think there is a stop past Carlson on Yellowstone, but I don't know if they went that far or not. I am really drawing a blank. It's just been so long, you know. It's been, more than 5 years since they had that full service thing going on. It's more full service now than it was, but it still has its limits if you're not along the route, or if you need to go somewhere that's not along the route. Let's see. We can pretty much go wherever you guys want. If you guys want me to go down a particular street, let me know. Probably. I am looking at the possibility of doing more abandoned videos. Kind of hoping to maybe be able to do a little more stuff from other cities again. It's been a very long time since I've been able to do that. The last few years, so actually perfect transition to a topic that I wanted to at least touch on. The last few years, I can't go into too much. It doesn't really matter too much, but the bottom line is that I have had a lot of just things in my life I've had to deal with over the last few years that kind of slowed me down in a lot of ways. And I think it's been kind of obvious. I mean, most of the videos I've posted over the last, even live streams for that matter, over the last, 2 or 3 years now, have mostly been in Cheyenne. So it's kind of been obvious, I think. It's not really any avoiding it. It was the way things were going for me. So just dealt with it. Got through it. Things have been changing a little bit lately to where I think a little bit more might be possible. I don't want to promise anything just yet, just because I can't be for certain. I'm still figuring everything out, but with my current circumstance, that is. So let's see, hold on. First, let me back up. JH says there's an abandoned old Chicago in Okemos, Michigan. Man, there's no way I could go out to Michigan right now. But there's definitely a number of abandoned old Chicagos. It seems like they have been struggling more lately. Once this light turns. I think there's a boot over here by A&B Bank. I'm pretty sure. I want to see if it's still there. Okay, now as to what do you... Oh, that's funny. I like your username. That's funny. What do you mean says, I understand the city wants to charge for downtown parking. Your thoughts? So, first, the project for now has been called off. The whole thing is called off. The reason you might want to charge for parking, there's kind of two things with it, right? On one hand, you don't want people parking there forever. If people are parking forever, then there'll never be parking, especially at, say, Cheyenne Frontier Days or Friday nights on the plaza at times when that's crazy. Although at night, Fridays on the plaza, the parking I don't think it'd charge. As far as I understand, the system would have worked the same as the 2-hour parking, except that you'd now have to pay, but of course only after the 2-hour mark. The problem that came up is that you'd pretty much have to set your car up in their app or call in or whatever, even if you're only parking for 2 hours. So even if you're only doing the first 2 hours that would be free, pretty much just like a parking garage, if you parked on the street, you'd have to still call in and pay. And it created a quiet controversy locally because of how that impacts businesses and stuff. I mean, let's face it, it's just, I don't think it should be necessary to go through an app when it's literally, like, technology has been there forever to not have to use an app. There's good reason to use an app because you can pay automatically from afar. You don't have to walk all the way back to your car and all that crap, but I don't know. It's a kind of a complicated thing. It's not really, oh, there's the boot. It's a kind of complicated thing where there's not really a good solution for that. The one thing, to get back to the other reason though, the reasons you want to do that, of course, part of it is to keep the cars from parking for too long, but some of it is also so that you can park longer than 2 hours. That has been a little bit of a point of pain for people who park down here. They'd end up getting a parking ticket and they'd end up just paying that fee anyway. So that's kind of, I think that is kind of where that was coming from, was to try and make it easier for people to park longer if they really needed to, but of course in the end that's not how it went. So for now, downtown, it's going to just be 2 hour free parking, and after that, well, you'll get a ticket. You know, but eventually the parking enforcement officers will go by, their system will scan your car, see that it's been there for too long, and you'll get a ticket if you sit there too long. That's where the parking garages are nice. You can park for longer periods if you pay. And as far as I understand, you don't have to actually have the vehicle in the system to park for the first 2 hours free. Like, I think there's signs on the building that literally say first 2 hours free. So I don't think it would be the same as the way it was on the street. I don't know. It's kind of a controversial issue. It's not perfect. I don't know if there's really a perfect solution in a world, at least here, when there's still so much emphasis on the car. Not as much. I think there is a shift going on for more micro mobility and public transit and stuff like that, but we still live in a time when cars are definitely very prominent in people's lives. Okay, so I wanted to come over here too. Right here is a brand new restaurant called Hokkaido Ramen House. They have two different kinds of restaurants, but we got a ramen house here in Cheyenne. I don't think they've grand opened yet. I haven't reported on officially opening just because of reasons that I'm not going to get into, but I've heard it's pretty good. I haven't tried the food yet. Kind of waiting to report on it until I hear something about grand opening, but I haven't heard anything yet. They were supposed to open one in Johnstown area, kind of along Eisenhower, I think. God, it's been so long since I've been over there. But another boot. I know it's just a little bit west or east of Loveland. I think it was in Johnstown. God, what else is over there? There's a brand new Domino's that did open, and it's like right next to the Domino's where they're supposed to open, and then I don't think they ever did, or if they did, it was very brief. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a different franchisee on that one, but yeah, the one here in Cheyenne is open. The rum is open. It soft opened weeks ago. Even though I didn't post about it, other people end up making Facebook posts about it, and it went absolutely kind of semi-viral in the local community groups. So it's like, even though they kind of tried to keep it quiet, it ended up just becoming loud anyway. It didn't even matter, I don't think. They didn't, as far as I understood, they were soft open when, well, I should back up. Most places kind of soft open to kind of experiment with things. And when they soft open, sometimes it's more private where it's only friends and family. Other times it's a little more public where if the general public comes in, they don't really care. It varies a lot. These guys seem to do more of the broader public soft open where public can come in and stuff like that. So they're officially open to the public. but they haven't had the grand open yet. And of course, they've been going through a process of figuring everything out with how the flow is going to be and all that crap. So probably should go in and talk to them and ask about it again. Yeah, we're on the wrong street. I want to go farther. We'll go farther. Oh, I want to go up to 15th. I don't know why I went that backwards like that. Seems to me that downtown needs people to visit, so parking fees are a little bit. There's that problem too, right? That's an argument I've heard a lot. When you go into places there in suburbia, it's free parking everywhere, right? Like, in fact, anywhere outside of the downtown DDA district would be free parking still. In downtown, if you charge it, there's argument that might push people into those other places instead that otherwise would have come downtown. Of course, at that point, there's a little more argument for having public transit, so that having to go through that whole payment process isn't as much of a deal, but that's kind of going a little bit outside of the topic. Oh yeah, there's this place that's opening. Wagon Hound Wine Co. Coming soon. They got hours. There's a glimpse of the inside. Looks like they're still getting set up. This is over here by what is this building again? Plains Hotel. There is that argument, and I certainly heard a fair share of arguments of people where they're saying that they'd have other people, like literally family members, that would not come downtown because of it. So I don't know if that is the perfect solution. Again, the first 2 hours would have been free still, even after they implemented the paid parking policy. But of course, you still would have to have your car set up in the app and all that crap. So I think my suggestion was to have that, when they have that set up that way, have it so that you don't have to go into the freaking app or call in or anything, just like the parking garage, right? I don't know anyone who signs up for the app or anything when you have to go parking garage and park for the first 2 hours. And then after that, of course, they might tag you for staying there too long. The good thing about parking tickets, in a way, they're not like criminals. They're not like going to be a big thing on your record, but of course, you still got to pay them, and that can add up to if you stay there too long. There's the Choo Choo Moo ice cream truck thing. Never tried it, but it's been down here for a little while. Seems to do okay enough that they're able to keep going. So tonight is Monday, so there's not a lot going on here at the Depot Plaza. I think somewhere up here on this tower there's a camera, so if you want to go dig it up, the Depot Plaza camera, you can probably see me right now. You won't have audio, but I wanted to come over here for a minute too. I can't go in here, but the building's closed for the night. But Brett Creek Coffee did also recently open here. I ended up getting an Italian soda. It's the first time I've had Italian soda since let's see if I can get a good view. It's hard to see because it's dark in there, but when I went here, it was the first time that I had the Italian soda since Jack's closed, or maybe just after, whatever it was. Can't remember. I don't think I got it when Baumgart's was open. I think it was before Baumgart's opened, which of course that was again the kind of that soft open phase. It wasn't the way into their opening, and now their cafe is completely gone. Are people living downtown? So they are actually, man, I should have showed this. I didn't show this. I guess I could show it on the way back. They are actually building new apartment buildings. I don't know if it's condos or apartments, but they're building a new housing building down here. I think right now most of downtown is offices and other businesses, but not all of it. There's certainly hotels down here, so obviously you got the Plains Hotel. What's the other one in there? One or two others. I'm blanking on the names right now. It's embarrassing. Oh boy. I'm scared. All right, this man, you want to come over here? I'll show it towards the end of the stream. There is whatchamacallit. Built the apartment or condo, whatever it is. Meep. There he is. I'm gonna walk down to this traffic light for a minute. There is an apartment building thing over on O'Neill, and what is the other cross street? 17th? 16th? 17th? 18th? 18th. I think it's 18th. And that is actually getting built right now. It's one of two new complexes they're building. There's another one that is being built all the way out on US 30 off of Whitney. I was surprised to see the RV building already ripped out. Yeah, this man just passed me. I think he said he's gonna get me ice cream from Choo Choo Moo, so all right, well, I'll take it. Hey, standby news. Alright, I'm gonna walk back this way, find where he went off to. Probably went to park. Ah, there he is. Sup, dude? How are you?
Good, man. Nice to meet you. Live review.
You want a lot or a little? Okay, a single.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, I believe it.
The ice cream is that the girl, they're donating because this girl had a favorite, so they're donating. I can't remember the story
Okay.
for it, but I'll buy you one.
Okay.
I know what you like. So whatever. Get whatever
yeah.
you want, but I'll get you whatever.
All right.
Sorry, because I let go of it, and then I'll just get those out this other window for you.
Oh gosh, guys. So those are the prices, and it looks like they have a few flavors. Got, I guess, Choo Choo Moo, Dry Creek Berry, Lemon something or other. It's My Party, Horse something? I can't read that. There's a couple of those I can't read because they're handwritten. But there's also Salty Heifer, Vanilla Bean. Farmhouse Sunrise is apparently flavor of the day, and they have a couple of non-dairy options too. There we go. Where are you? Where? There we go. But yeah, there is new, like I said, new housing. We'll take a look at that towards the end of the stream. Maybe when we go down 18th, 17th, 17th. God, I keep getting the streets mixed up lately. I guess I know how Standby News was feeling when he was doing his bicycle streams years ago. So he was struggling with that a lot, and now I'm struggling with it. Yeah.
If you want, you can go up and order yours, and I'll pay for it.
Sounds good.
And I'll step out.
Sounds good.
I think I can rub it, get whatever you want.
Supposed to be a big boy train from Cheyenne to Greeley, July 14th. I think so, yeah. I think they are doing that again. Aren't they? The big boy, right? Yep. Choo Choo Moo. They've been here for what?
A year or two, I think.
Definitely more than a year.
Yeah, a year or two, I believe, easily.
feel like more like 3, but I can't remember off the top of my head. There's so many places I have to keep up track of it. Well, that I try to keep track of, but I can't keep track of all of them. Freaking mosquito. It's starting to bite me, and then I blew it off. Probably still gonna have a bump. That's why I wore pants tonight. So we're just waiting for people to get their orders and whatnot, and then we'll go ahead and see about getting something. Let's see. Do they just do ice cream cones, or do they do bowls?
Cones, bowls. You
Okay.
can ask them to get up there, get whatever you want, tell them that I'll pay for it, and then I'll step
Sounds good.
behind you.
Yeah.
Take it in.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Everybody was asking if you could do the live abandoned building. I'll have to give you the address to out there, that old abandoned missile site.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you wanted to. It's really cool.
Yeah. There's so many abandoned places, man.
That place out there is really cool though.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Big one out there sits out there.
Where is it at?
Northeast of town, about 14 miles.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
where I'll send you a link.
Okay.
They've done articles on it.
Okay. Yeah, I've probably stumbled across it. I just can't think of what that is right now.
It's out on the Torrington Highway.
Okay.
So it's where they had the Atlas missile or something or whatever.
Oh,
And they
okay.
had the 3 big bays where they would put the nuclear missiles and they put them up, and then when they would launch them, they'd have the big launch bays. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's see. What do you mean? Says, are you going to do Frontier Days? Have you gone in the past? Is it worthwhile? It's costly. If you've never gone, maybe go the first time.
Yeah, definitely hit it up for an experience.
If you've never done it, do it one time for the experience. After that, up to you. You're gonna just expect that everything's gonna be pricey. If whatever you think is normal to pay for a thing of corn, expect to pay double that probably. You're not gonna get out of there with a meal for less than $20 for a person usually. You might get a snack,
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a good night.
Okay. Now, what should we do?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm going to pay for both of ours, but I'll let him order and then I'll
Okay.
step out
Let's
of
see,
it.
malted. That might be good. What all is on the salty
I am actually out of the
Oh, you're out of that
for
one?
tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. We get a new order tomorrow.
What about Dry Creek Berry? What's
I
on
do
that
have
one?
that one.
What is on that one?
So it's a huckleberry ice cream with huckleberries in it.
Okay. And what's the lemon chiffon?
Chiffon. So
Chiffon.
it's gonna taste kind of like lemon. Do you want to try it at all?
I could try it, yeah.
Yeah.
I might do that one.
Sometimes it's just hard to describe.
Okay.
What's the flavor that you guys were doing like the donations to for the girl that was, I think I read something where she had like a favorite flavor or something?
So that was the love potion, but we're out of it
Okay.
currently. So it's hard sometimes to coordinate with getting our
Right.
orders, so we got one coming tomorrow.
Can I go ahead and just get the strawberry lemonade sorbet?
Yeah,
Like a medium, please.
you got it. And just in a cup?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I'll do that in a cup.
In a cup.
That's pretty good.
So $9. And it's just going to ask you a question and have you sign.
It's different, but that's good. That's better than I expected that. I don't know. I'll talk about it in a minute. Hang tight, guys. We're almost there.
There's the lemon, and then
All
I
right.
can throw that away.
That would be
for
good,
ya.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's the lemon chiffon. Right?
Yep.
Lemon chiffon. Yep. We'll have a big old cup full. So this is what a cup looks like.
We'll see you, but I'll
Sounds good. Have a good night, dude. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Bill. Be safe.
Sounds good. I will. You too. Shout out to him for that. I was not expecting him to do that. So he'd be out wandering, but I did not expect him to randomly decide to do that. Always good to see friends and stuff. Let's see. Try and find somewhere good to sit. You know what? I got it. We'll come over here. Nope, it's running down. That's good. I probably ought to eat it before it melts. Alright, we're gonna come over here. Crapiolas. Wish I had a wet cloth. Let's see. How can I set this? Front. And is that the wide or the close? That's the wide, I think. Yep. Okay. So sometimes, this is why I wanted to stay over there, but I don't know, just didn't feel like talking at that moment. Sometimes with lemon stuff, it can be really strong. I don't mind that. There's a time when I want that, but sometimes it's not too. And this is definitely not the strongest ever. Crap, I got a little spot on my pants. That's nice. It's kind of starting to drip because it's running. It must be real ice cream, I think, because it's definitely melting. Hang on, guys. I gotta get this edge off before it all melts everywhere. There we go. I think we got enough for now. That's not too bad. Are you in front of me? Seriously? Where are you at? Where are you at? Did you come down here? I'm looking for you. There might be a delay. That might be why I'm not seeing you right now. I'm not sure if I am being totally blind or not. Oh, playing in the phone? Oh. What's that? Are you trying to be funny or something? I don't know. I think he's trolling me. I lost my train of thought. So what do you mean asked if the Frontier Days is crowded, so it's miserable? I guess it depends on what you consider crowded and stuff like that. I've never been to Disneyland, but I've heard that place can be really bad. It's not that bad, okay? You're not going to be sitting for hours and hours, but you might be needing a good afternoon and evening to get through everything. Now, at least that's based on my experience when I've gone on the rides in the past. I haven't done rides in probably a decade. Or more. I think more, actually. I think it's more like around 2010 when I last did them. And back then, it was ran by different people. So he was trolling me. I was like, what? That is funny, though, because there actually is someone over here messing on their phone. I was like, that's not him. So I was like, nah, he's trolling. I think me and, let's see, what was it? I think Jeremy did a live stream of it. So Standby News right here in the chat. I think he did I don't know, might be I don't know which side it's on, this side or this side. But one of the sides so you can see the chat, or maybe down below if you're watching on your phone. Either way, he did a video or live stream. Was it video or live stream of the Frontier Days about a year or two ago? And when we went then, it wasn't too bad. Of course, that was at night towards the end. I think we had caught, who's that big band that played, that took over that gas station? I can't think of it at the moment. Can't think of it at the moment at all. Why I can't think of his name, I don't know, but I can't think of the name of that band. But we had caught him. Oh yeah, Moody. Moody's his last name. God, I can't remember it. That's bad. But we had caught a little bit of that from afar because we could see the screen from the park. And I think we looked at some of the rides, and that was about it. We didn't go on any rides. I don't think the market thing was open. That's one thing I do like to get when we've gone there in the past is the saltwater taffy. They always have it every single year. They have a really wide selection of saltwater taffy. So usually end up getting some of that when we do go. If I'm not mistaken, Cheyenne Day, Cheyenne residents get in free? Free or maybe a discount, but of course you still got to pay more for the rides, I think, because you got to get a wristband to go on the rides. I think the entry fee isn't too bad, but of course you got to get there a certain time, because I remember we had to get a ticket from someone else, a couple of tickets from other people, because we were too late to get a ticket when we went. I think it was in a live stream on that note. This is pretty good, but now my hand's getting all sticky. It seems to be real ice cream. As far as I understand, get away from me, you mosquito. As far as I understand, real ice cream kind of does more of a melting, whereas if it's something that maybe, I don't want to say it's fake ice cream, but it's not legally ice cream usually, right? It's not from a legal standpoint. As far as I understand, that kind tends to also not melt like this, but I don't know. I might be confusing certain info just because I'm not an expert on that. I'll be completely blunt. That's pretty good though. I could do that again. But it's definitely something to eat on the go. Otherwise, you're going to be having it melt everywhere. That's the pitfall with real ice cream, is it melts really fast. That's why you end up having other places put other stuff in there to make it not melt so much. But of course, that stuff isn't necessarily good for you. What do they call that? Like fructose gum or something like that? I don't know. There's other people that talk about it way better than I can. Why? Well, actually, I got an idea. Hold on a minute. I gotta find a trash can first. Hold on. There's a trash can. There's one there too, but we'll go to this one. Trying very carefully not touch my sticky fingers on my gimbal because I don't want to have to wipe it off later. I see water coming out of the thing over here, so I'm gonna try to use that so I don't have to go to the bathroom. I don't want to have to go chase down a bathroom at, why are we at 9 o'clock at night in downtown Cheyenne? A lot of places are closed at this hour in downtown. Not everywhere, but a chunk of them. That was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. What is your favorite eateries near a train station? I'm assuming you're talking about the current, like the older train station that isn't currently functioning as a train station. I don't know if I have absolute favorites or just certain ones I've been to that I do like. Of course, Brett Creek, have no problems with them. They're in the Depot Plaza, in the Depot building. Oops, I went on the wrong side. Yeah, it's still squirting out water. We're gonna do this. I can't show you guys at the moment because this is stupid, guys. There's a little spot of water that's just coming out naturally. I think there's a button you're supposed to be able to push to be able to make it work. Now to dry my hand off and switch hands. Just gonna use my shirt, probably a bad idea, but oh well. I'll answer that question better in a second. Just wait. I'm trying to focus. I don't want to drop my phone or anything. Okay, now this front hand. There we go. Look at that. I didn't have to go to the bathroom. Okay, let me flip this around real quick. Yeah, so they have these the water things here, whatever you would call this. I can't think of the proper name. But they square out water. I think there's a button you push to make it kind of enable. I don't want to push, I think this is actually the button, and I don't want to push it because I don't want to get soaking wet. But it's kind of like what they have in Fort Collins over at that little pedestrian plaza in downtown on Oak. Except ours is over here in the plaza on Capitol. Forget what they call them, but I think they have one in Casper too. But the water's coming out, so I was able to clean my hands. All right, now to answer your question a little bit better. So obviously there's Brett Creek that I've had. Who else have I had over here? I've had Carl's Jr., which is down there, which isn't terrible. It's fast food, so can't really complain. Who else is over here? There's a lot of places, like, not directly next to here. Let's see. I haven't had the Albany, I don't think. If I did, I was a little kid, and I don't remember. But I don't think I have had the Albany. I've had a good number of the other places. Obviously, I've had places in the Deneen building, so that includes Rib and Chop. I've had Two Doors Down and the place across the street that is... Oh, why am I scratching my head on that one? Why can't I think of names tonight? I'm having a hard time with names tonight. Ivan Moody is the guy earlier. Remembered one of them. He's one of the band members that decided he wanted to retire, and then he shut down his 2 businesses they started here in Cheyenne. And it almost sounds like he wants to get back in the band, but I don't know for sure. I don't know if they're still local or not. Sanford's, thank you, this man. Yeah, I've been to Sanford's, and it's been a while, but the last time I went, it was good. But of course, that was years ago, before COVID. For whatever reason, just haven't been back. I've heard that some things are a little rougher now with service, but who knows? I can't tell you for certain because I haven't been there. Yeah, there's this place that's new too, the Cowboy Emporium. And I guess this guy does all kinds of photography too, so there's his photography name. But it's open now, just not open tonight because, again, it's getting late. Yeah, so there's the Plains Hotel. What's the one over there then? I can't believe I'm forgetting names so bad tonight. It's embarrassing. Let's see. I haven't had Hokkaido yet, but the food as far as I've seen, the food looks good. Oh yeah, Bronx Pizza. I just remembered that one because I'm coming over here. I've had them. The pizza's greasy, so I will say if you want to get a bunch of spinach on it and a whole bunch of other toppings, probably don't save it for 2 days, then try to have a piece because it's not going to taste very good. But if you have it the day you get it, it's really good usually. I don't think I've had a bad piece of pizza on the first day. Well, there's a number of places that it's kind of nice to just be able to get some food to last for a day or 2 or 3. This is one place that I think I would recommend eating it the first day, but the food is good. And I don't know how it compares to New York, in that I haven't been to New York to try New York pizza, but their pizza is supposed to be more New York style, more in that range of flavor compared to what you see from pretty much anywhere else locally. Oh yeah, ruby juice was good in the day. It's not ruby juice anymore. It's a little bit different too. Why am I forgetting names? I hate that. We'll find out the name in a minute. Hey Ashley, how are you doing? Haley Daniels, how are you doing? Hopefully both of you are having a good night. Why am I drawing blanks so bad? I haven't had Hawthorne Tree yet, but I technically have, because I had a mill thing they had back when they were doing the kind of, I want to say concession stand at L trip for the film festival a number of years ago. I did try a sandwich back then and I did like it. It's definitely a little more on the healthful side, so of course they opt for wheat bread and stuff like that. But let's see, what is this place again? Oh yeah, there you go. Wild grown microgreens and things. Haven't had them in a while, but their stuff is very fresh, like literally taking fresh fruit and squeezing it on the spot. For when you get a juice smoothie thing. I think they have some tea as well that's brewed of sorts, some sort of tea. I haven't had the tea, but I've had their smoothies. I do like them. Let's see. I just haven't physically visited Hawthorne Tree. I've tried them. I just haven't physically visited the storefront. So I've met the owner in person once before and stuff like that. But yeah, I can't complain. This is a nice little mill thing that I got there. All right. Who else is down here? Of course, there's Subway. Right down there, they took over that old gas station building. A red light district? Why? I don't know why, but I can't picture what a red light district is. Hold on a minute. I'm going to look it up. I know I've heard that term before, but it's not ringing a bell for me. I am struggling a little bit on that tonight. Oh well. Red light district. There we go. What is that? Okay. Now I know why I've heard that before. And of course this man put the brothel thing, yeah. I don't think there really is there? I don't think there really is there, this man? I mean, I think literally the closest thing is like bars and gambling facilities, but that's not what you're asking. Oh yeah, there's Bejo. I don't know how you pronounce it. I like to say Bejo, but Bejo might be more the way you say it. I can't remember if I've had these guys or not. I know I had the place that was here before them. I can't remember if I've had Bejo. The place before them was good. I don't remember if I've had Bejo though. If I have, then I'm pretty sure it was good. But I can't remember. It's just been so many years. Then Kenneth comes in and says it's where Hooker's Cheese hangs out. That's right, I said Hooker's Cheese. We're talking about the Cheese Whiz stuff, not the other stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's really much of that in downtown Cheyenne. I don't think there's much of that in Cheyenne, period, really. I don't know if there's even really like a dance club even, period, really. Like besides, not really. There's some place that does dance lessons, but of course that's like ballet and stuff, not Hooker's Cheese stuff. Yeah, we're gonna joke about that. Remember, there was a joke a long time ago. There's some video on YouTube where they'd walk up to police officers and ask if they wanted a hooker, and then they'd give them the Hooker's Cheese, and they'd be so confused. I don't remember how they reacted too well because it's been so long. But oh yeah, there was a brothel over in the Tivoli building, I think. I think there was a brothel in the Tivoli building a long time ago. Not now, but a long time ago. And the brothels were on 15th Street, which of course Tivoli's near 15th. I don't know. I don't think there's anything over there right now though for that, is there? Pretty sure it isn't. I'm trying to think if I think of anything, but of course it's not something I actively seek out, so It's just not something I'm actually educated about. Got the Metropolitan. I forgot about that one. That one's pretty good. If I remember right. Am I confusing it with another one? No, I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it's this one because there's another room over here. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is pretty good. They have Italian food here. I don't think I've had Golden House. That's in this downtown mall thing. Can we even go in here at this hour? Probably not. Probably a bad idea if I can. No, not for a very long time, but back in the 1890s. Exactly. That's what I thought. But of course, again, it's just not a topic I'm desperately looking into, you know? It's not on my mind usually to try and look for that stuff. The only time I'm looking for it is when I'm looking for the shoe store in GTA 5. I'm making so many bad jokes. I don't think this place is open right now. It's a very small mall. I don't know. In a way, I've almost kind of thought about doing a video, but I don't know. It's so small that there's just not a lot to see. It's down the hall, and that's it, pretty much. It is a really tiny mall, and it's definitely more of a downtown kind of thing rather than what we see in a lot of suburbia. So I almost wouldn't even class it as a normal mall, but there are a number of businesses that have space in here. Yeah. There's a little stairway down there that goes down to the right, and I think there's more offices down there, and that's about it. There's the parking garage. I want to go this way because I want to go show that other building. Yeah, I guess the green doors kind of, but again, of course, I don't think I ever went there, but of course it's an icon in Cheyenne, right? Anybody who knows anybody in Cheyenne knows Green Door. It's one of the few places that are definitely iconic, I think. That place is gone, I guess. Didn't the owner die or something like that, pass away? I think so, if I remember right. It's been a minute since I read about it, but I think that's why the liquor license couldn't be transferred to the other people, and they ultimately had to close it because that's the only option they had. Okay, there's no traffic. I think at later hours, even like early evening hours, a lot of times these lights could be flashing. Just have it 2 or 4-way stops. Let's see. I think I missed a few chats. Let me scroll up. Did you see that High Country is closed? So as far as I understand, they're still open. They are closing at the end of this month. As far as I understand, they're still open. There's only been one person who claimed that they were closed, and I don't know. I can spin by there right now, and it'll be the same as 2 days ago, 4 days ago. There's no signs on the front door saying they're closed, and it looks like they could open tomorrow. So I don't know if maybe they've just decided to not unlock their doors. I don't know. They literally have been encouraging people to go to their locations, so I'm confused on what's going on with that. I need to catch it in the middle of the day sometime, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So every single time I've gone, it's been in the evening after hours. So I don't know. I'll have to take a closer look at it. Hey, Parker Taylor. Hey, Alpine Gulch, by the way. Don't think I said your name yet. All right. Does anyone hold walking tours in Cheyenne? I know they have. So I know Cheyenne holds like, God. So someone on the bus pointed this out to me one time, and now it's like, wow, it's kind of true that a lot of these bikes seem to always be here. And both of us are wondering what the heck that's about. Why are there so many bikes that line right here? Nowhere else in downtown are there quite so many bikes piled up on a normal day or night. But for some reason over here, there's a lot of bikes that are locked up right here. I don't know why. The person asked me, and I was like, I don't know. I actually don't know. And a lot of times if you go by here, it's like the same bikes for the most part. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about that. Oh, there's this place that used to be open a long time ago. I forgot about this. This was a place for billiards. It was a pool and foosball. Looks like they've cleaned it out. Went here a couple of times when I was a kid and played pool. And I think I played a game of foosball too. There are other places that have the foosball. Well, I don't know if there's anywhere that has foosball, but they definitely have pool in other places. I think even the Derby Club on Pershing, I think they have pool there too. I think. God, I'm drawing blanks on that a little bit because I haven't specifically looked for that there yet. I think they said they were supposed to have pool there though, so. It's not like it doesn't exist, but it's definitely not at that location anymore. It's been closed for a long time. And I seem to remember being kind of sad to find it closed so long ago. Let's see. Oh yeah. So the Cheyenne does, I got distracted. Cheyenne does have bus tour things that go around Cheyenne with the railway streetcar thing they do, the trolleys. I don't know if there's anyone that like literally walks people around downtown Cheyenne, but there is a walking tour guide thing that you can follow. There's definitely various buildings that if you find a plaque, it'll actually mention a little bit of info about the walking tour and of course all that stuff. A little bit about the building that it's at. There's a couple of buildings that don't seem to be on there anymore, but still have plaques. I had stumbled across that detail, maybe a couple of years ago, a year or two ago. Anyway, hey Parker Taylor, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned your name. Siddles is where you go for car paint. I've been to Siddles a couple times. I think there was a time when we needed some kind of a gasket thing for an engine on a vehicle. A long time ago, a decade ago probably. Isn't Goodwill right there? You mean over where the prison thing is? Or the jail, I should say? Yeah, that's funny, filming outside of the police station. Made me remember a memory. Anyway, so Goodwill used to be there a long time ago. They are not there right now. That's the jailhouse right now. But a long time ago, it was Goodwill. And I think those canopies are even at least somewhat reminiscent of that. I don't know if they're the originals, but they definitely look like they would belong to Goodwill, don't they? With the blue color and everything. I'm going to try and maneuver over here so that way you guys can see the apartment building. I did a trolley tour a year or two ago. That's cool. I think I did a little bit of a trolley tour when I was in elementary school, and I also kind of did one back when Cheyenne Historic Preservation Board held one of their events. Parker asks, will you film the abandoned Big Lots in Longmont? I don't know. I'd like to, just because, of course, it replaced that Kmart, and it's one of the few places I actually kind of wanted to film way back when. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. We'll see. It depends on if I'm able to get out there before something takes over the space. Which, of course, I want to see it get replaced sooner rather than later. But, of course, if it's getting replaced, I may or may not be able to do a video depending on what it is. We'll see. There's a lot of places I really want to revisit, and I don't know. I just don't know yet if or when I'll be able to do that. I'm really, really hoping that at some point over the coming weeks, I'll be able to find a way to get a video of a place from another city that I'm not going to identify yet. But I don't want to, again, I don't want to promise anything yet because I'm not certain. Yeah, here we go. So this is where the new apartment buildings are. This is catty corner from the bus station, I should say. Transfer center, there you go. It's catty corner from it. Yeah, 18th, West 18th, and O'Neill Avenue, O'Neill Avenue, you have this brand new building that's being constructed for housing. I think the lower floor is supposedly going to be used for tenant parking, and then the upper floors will be used for all the residential space. And I don't know if they might also have first floor rooms or not. I'm not sure. And again, I'm not sure if it's apartments or condos, but I know it's going to be some kind of more permanent housing rather than all the hotels. So yeah, now I'm kind of remembering them. So there's Pioneer Hotel. I'm over near Pioneer. There's of course the Plains Hotel that we saw. I'm not going to go farther back the other way because there's not much to see. I'm going to go back this way. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. There's some housing right there. God, I saw something about the, God, what was it? There's so much. I don't know if I want to say Oriental population, but like definitely people who are originating from foreign locations that kind of had their own little area over here for a long time. There's an abandoned building that I think you could see it abandoned in 2007 Street View. They tore it down. They put in this housing over here. So this is over on the corner of O'Neill and 17th, right? Yeah, 17th. And that's about all I can think of off the top of my head. But they kind of have a little mid-area park area thing for all the people to hang out and whatnot. Let's see. Whoop. Hang on, let me get to the street corner because this sidewalk's rough. It's not really much of a sidewalk at this spot. This spot needs some improvement. Oh yeah, the Children's Museum is built now. I think it's open too. Gonna get over to this corner. Kind of putting little bulb outs, putting some diagonal parking on this side, and I guess this is kind of just on phase one. There's potential to expand this building to the south and west. So that's cool. That might one day get bigger. All right. Let me get back up. I missed a few comments again. Driver was on Capitol Avenue, a couple of feet under the pavement are tracks for the trolley car that went between the train depot. Yeah, that's I've heard about that along some of the streets. I don't know if I've heard Capitol, so I'm not sure if it's Capitol, Central, and it might be multiple streets. The tracks are actually still there for the trolley car system Cheyenne used to have a long time ago. The actual trolley car system, because the rail cars that we have now, the trolleys that go around town, they're just buses with theming like it's a trolley car. It's not a real trolley car. These days, it's a lot different, right? It's been a lot of places that have been kind of bringing it back. I think Omaha actually has been working to bring back and expand their trolley system, if I remember right. That's all the way out in Nebraska. I don't see any reason why they couldn't one day do that here in Cheyenne, but I don't know if or when they'll do it. Let's see. But yeah, I've heard that the tracks are under the road like that. Are you aware of the hidden tunnels under streets? I have some knowledge of it. Thanks, ironically, because of having one of the events with the Cheyenne Historic Preservation Board, I may or may not have gotten to see where one of the tunnels started. It had been blocked up at that location. There are other tunnels well, I shouldn't say other tunnels. There are tunnels that kind of went all around the underground on Cheyenne, connecting different things to different things. I'm not exactly sure all the specifics of it, but I think there was supposed to be one that went like straight to the train depot, I think. And I think there's also supposed to be one that goes under the tracks to the other side. I'm not sure if that's still there or not. Yeah, that's another thing. Now, since we're here, I'll mention it. So there's actually supposed to be a new smoke shop thing coming over here. These are everywhere, man. I don't smoke. I don't think other people should smoke, but they are everywhere. And this particular one is iCloud. They have one other location over on Stillwater Avenue, Delrange area. I guess they're going to be opening in here, though. 509 West Lincoln Way. Oh, wow. They must be getting close. They're starting to get stocked. Probably won't be reporting on it just because I choose not to report on the smoke shops and that kind of stuff as much. But if you smoke, you smoke. I'm not going to say no, but I don't think you should smoke, and I don't smoke. What is replacing the Cheyenne Old Chicago? So the last I heard of it, they are supposed to be putting in another gambling facility there. I don't think I've seen any progress on that lately, so I couldn't tell you for sure if it is still coming or not. But if it does, that would be the third location within about a mile of that area, because you have the one over in the Pier 1 Imports, and you have the one over by Petco. That's a bit of gambling facilities. Started out horse-drawn, then electric. Yeah, sounds about right on the trolleys. Seems to be a common theme for a lot of American cities and even in cities across the world. Yes, it is the old steam tunnels. All of the downtown buildings were steam heated. The boiler was located near Schneider and 16th Street. Yeah, and I think, is that the building I'm thinking of that's a little bit south, north of 16th? Kind of closer to 17th, about a block, right? Isn't it? Isn't that the steam plant that's still abandoned today? I think so. Yeah, as far as I've heard, that's what it's going to be. I think, I almost want to say, was it Cap City or Cowboy State Daily? One of the two did an article mentioning something about it at some point. I'll have to check up on it again, see if I can find out more info. God, this space is vacant. It says it's for rent. I have no idea what this space was. Or for lease, sorry. I don't know what this space was. There's a... Man, for a little while, this block was pretty good on having tenants in this building, and then suddenly a couple of them have closed. I think someone bought Graffito, so that's actually still here. Somehow took it over or whatever they did. Mary's Mountain Cookies. The Prairie Rose. That's interesting to know that that's where that is. And Wild Real Estate. And then this place closed more recently. It was the Town Square Marketplace. It's vacant now. It's hard to see because it's dark, but that's okay. Internal storage space is dangerously low. Well, that's nice. It's because of the live stream. Probably ought to wrap it up eventually. But let's see, I'll try and finish these comments at least. I don't know, man. There's just a lot of gambling facilities that have been opening up in Cheyenne lately. There's obviously one all the way down there that was Los Abuelos. I never tried Los Abuelos, but I wanted to. But they closed before I ever got the chance to. Oh yeah, there's this too. So this is the Tivoli building. This is where, what is it? Twinkle Twinkle Little Store's second store. Their first one was on Ridge, their second one was over here. And then they moved to the mall when they were kicked out of the space. They didn't want to renew the lease as far as I understand. And now there's two new businesses coming in here. 307 Roots, and apparently Buffalo Trading Coffee Company. So it's going to be a boutique and coffee bar, and they're definitely getting farther on that. They've been doing some work in there. What is left is the old coal chute. The old coal chute is all that's left. Okay. That is one thing of interest, though. They are supposed to be putting the new passenger station over in that area, either off of Old Happy Jack or off of Reed Avenue. I think there's still a little bit of debate over which one, but it sounds like they do want to go for the location on Reed. Sounds like that's definitely the goal, but I don't know. It still could flip-flop, I think. We used to have a train service here long time ago. Although Cheyenne is definitely a little bit more known for the aviation history, I think it's fair to say. Cheyenne is also known for having the connection to east-west and north-south routes on the passenger service. And at the end of the day, Cheyenne was built like a train city. Even Laramie has a similar layout where you have the tracks going right through the middle of downtown, pretty much, or right on the edge of it anyway. There's a good video that kind of talks about how that all worked with how they were building cities along the railroad. But for us, we had, again, that north-south and the east-west route. And of course, these days, in my lifetime, I don't think we've had the train service. I think it ended in the 1990s, and now they're trying to bring it back. I think it's long overdue. It's insane to me that you would remove something that makes it possible for people who maybe can't drive or don't want to drive or can't afford to drive or whatever it is. It's insane to me that you would limit them so much. You can still get out of town from other means, but it's very limited. You're going to have to take a plane, or you might have to take some of those other third-party transport services to get somewhere. Let's see. Central Steam Heat was still not operated in the early 1960s, says Kenneth. Rockies fan 17 says, my roommate and I are watching your live stream. We used to live in Cheyenne. We live in Denver now. I wish we could be there for Frontier Days. There is one thing that is good. I think, as far as I understand, the people that do the Frontier Days are doing stuff in a more hygienic manner. That is one upside that absolutely exists. Oh yeah, there's this bell here. Looks like they've actually got it fixed. Should I ring it? But a long time ago. Oh, Jesus, Jeremy. Make me think a freaking lunatic was coming after me. Jesus.
I've been walking miles behind you, buddy.
So you decided to come down here and scare the crap out of me. God damn.
I went all the way that way, and all the way that way, and you went this way, so I had to go right back this way.
So you've been running around. That was one thing with Frontier Days, though. A long time ago, back when the carnies were still doing it, there were some very questionable hygienic things going on, and I don't know if I can even get into the details of it too much, because the conflict of crapiolas, because I knew someone who kind of worked there a long time ago, but let's just say you probably didn't want the food.
I'm here.
Jesus, guys, Standby News just came up and scared the crap out of me. For a sec, I legitimately thought this dude was some random, I don't know, creepo? I don't know.
Did you see me running past here?
Tweaker, there's the word.
So I ran right past here, and you're right here. I'm like, shit.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh.
That was my wife. Oh, well.
He what?
Yeah, I left when you're at the depot.
Oh, my gosh. Have you been running all around? So you've ran like blocks and blocks and blocks, and that's why you're panting. Do you need your inhaler?
I don't have it with me, but it's okay.
Oh, gosh. Jeez, guys.
It was whenever you went to the Children's Museum.
Oh, man.
I was trying to get you to trying to get so you walking by me. So I'm right at you. I told my wife, I said, I hope he don't drop his gimbal.
Oh man, jeez, guys, how is that for some entertainment? Oh man. I read an article about how a train between Cheyenne and Denver is in the works. Just seems funny. Supposedly, I think they somehow have at least a little bit of the funding, but of course they got to kind of protect it somehow, don't
That's why
they?
I couldn't catch you. I was ahead. I was way behind you.
That'll do it.
I parked in the parking lot.
Well, I don't know. If you ran up behind me, I might have dropped my gimbal.
I was thinking about going back this way. I seen that you're going this way, so I'm like, okay, I guess he's like, continue. I see you stop here. I'm like, I'll just run out in front of him. I scared the people in the car though. I don't know if you know
Yeah.
that.
Oh man. I didn't even pay attention to him. The camera might have got it though. Oh man.
Yeah, you were facing this way, so you probably see me running this way.
Oh man. But I want to talk about the trains a little more. So there is actually the system that's supposed to initially connect Denver to Fort Collins, and Cheyenne's have been pushing really hard to be part of that. They have been pushing very hard. The initial way they would do it is by using the existing tracks. So the good thing is they don't need the capital for that. They just need the capital to do the train stations and make sure those are good. And of course, having the trains to actually come here. Of course, I don't know if they might even just use existing Amtrak trains. I really don't know. Let's see, there was a war between UP and the state of Wyoming. The spire on the UP depot was built to be taller than the Capitol building. Oh yeah, I almost want to say I heard something about that at one point. It's been a long time, but I think I did hear something about that at some point. Now let's plug this phone in before it dies. I almost thought about having Exploring Retails with Andrew do a video of the downtown mall, like try and tell him to come down here, but you know what, by the time he got there, and of course wanting to go to Scotts Bluff, just because of all the timing there's just no way that was going to happen, so I didn't even bring it up. Kind of wish I did, but it wouldn't have mattered because he would not have been able to film it anyway with how early stuff closes downtown. There's certainly stuff that stays open later, but most stuff closes, no later than 9 and usually sooner than that. Of course, there are exceptions. If there's a parade, you might have a coffee shop stay open or something like that. I think the boardroom over by the City Drug building, or over in the Boyd building, but next to City Drug, I think they stayed open during the Christmas parade last year. I still need to go in and get a hot chocolate. But from, I think last year, a year before, might have been year before, because it was very cold that year. Last year it wasn't as bad. But either way, I still need to go back and get one. I don't know if Longmont has a train station. I don't know if they do. I actually don't know if they do. They might have, I don't know. I'd have to do some research. A lot of cities, if the city is on a train line and it's like a main train line that's been around forever, there's a pretty good chance that you have a train station in your city. It's not a guarantee, but it's pretty likely. Or if not a train station, then at least some kind of train platform where you would have been picked up. So that's another thing. A long time ago, the trains used to pick up down here on 15th, but then they end up moving the train thing, like I think it was like 90s, is out on the west end of town pretty much, off of Otto Road. And I think, as far as I understand, there is still some remnant of that platform out there. I haven't been able to find it yet. Of course, I haven't gone out there a lot, but as far as I understand, there's still something there to kind of indicate that it used to be a long time ago. I have to see if I can find out more info about that. Oh, man. still can't believe that, guys. I didn't expect him to run up on me. This poor guy. Guys, this poor guy right here. Running's not a good thing for him, generally. Not a lot. And if he runs too much, then it's a good idea for him to have his asthma inhaler.
As soon as he went by the police station,
oh, man.
Opposite side, a guy ran that way to get across this way because I thought you were going to keep going straight. But no, you kept on going this way. So I'm like, dang it, I got to go all the way up this way. And then I'm like,
I told you, I don't know if you were there at the start of the stream, but I said I didn't have a plan for today.
Kept on walking. Like Forrest Gump says, have you ever seen Forrest Gump? I just felt like running.
Oh, dear.
I felt like running.
Do any trains go to Cheyenne Frontier Days? No? Right? Jeremy?
Huh?
Parker says, do you know if any trains go to Cheyenne Frontier Days? Are there any that I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't know if they'd really even be able to.
I know of anyways.
Would they? Because I don't think there's rail tracks that go through there. So I don't think they would even. Like, even if they...
Closest rail track is probably...
on the other side of the interstate?
Yeah, the other side of the interstate, that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe by the parking area, maybe?
Yeah.
On the opposite side, like
maybe.
way by...
I think the train ends up going through the Air Force, though, the Warren Air Force Base. So I don't know if it even goes by Frontier Park, really. There's a firework. That's another thing. So I've heard that they want to move the big boy, the little steam locomotive in Lions Park, and the little caboose that's out at the park on Southwest Drive.
This one?
Back this way. Yeah, big boy, steam engine, and that one. They want to move all three of those over to downtown, and there's been some controversy over that too. People think that might be a better over to where the those little building things are. Crap, was it just to the right of the depot? Yeah.
Probably keep more attention of them.
Yeah. The idea is that it might attract more people downtown, but then there's people that argue that it might be better to spend those funds elsewhere. And of course, this whole thing is just part of the rail project with 15th Street. They want to make 15th Street be more rail related because, again, Cheyenne's a rail town. It is. It's not just a matter of someone having an obsession with trains. It's like history literally includes trains. So there has been talk of that, and it's been controversial for a lot of reasons.
When did they put this string back on here?
I have no idea, but I was happy to see it.
Last time me and you did a bike stream, it wasn't on here.
Uh-huh. About 2 years ago, I think, too. Yeah.
I know I just ring it, but still.
Yeah, I was going to ring it. There you go. Yeah, we came out here on that's the other thing. So a long time ago, me and him did a lot of biking. He would usually stream, and sometimes I did too. It varied. Usually he was streaming so he could do his staging, and of course I enjoyed, coming out and staging with him. I don't know, just did that for a long time. And one of the times we came out here, we were going to ring the bell, and the dang rope was broken. We couldn't ring it. But yeah, I don't know when they finally put a new rope on here. Anyway, man.
Oh, my live stream ended at home.
Oh no! Oh no! So guys, the scanner apps have been down because the person who is streaming to Broadcastify that ends up getting restreamed to other platforms, that person is no longer streaming the scanners. So this guy, Standby News on YouTube, has been trying to keep it going on YouTube as much as he possibly can.
Don't want to listen.
There you go. There's why it keeps crashing all the time. It doesn't happen too frequently, but it happens sometimes. It's annoying when it does, and you need the scanner app.
It'll be back up soon.
Yeah. Yeah, he tries to keep it going. He does the best he can. It's hard to keep it going with all the internet craziness and all technology issues, but he does the best he can. Oh, speaking of the walking tour, I'm going to go across the street real quick. Speaking of the walking tour, I think this is one of those plaques. I just now noticed it. I might have seen it before. If this is it. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Nope, this one isn't. But this does have some info. Man, I thought that was it. I swear there's one on this building, though, now that I saw that. Hold on a minute. Is it on the other side? Unless they took it off. I could have sworn there was. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm forgetting. I don't know. I guess sworn there is one on this building, but I don't know. There's a number of buildings that have those little plaques, though.
I'm gonna keep up with you. If not, I'm gonna do miles, running miles.
Well, you won't be running miles as long as you keep the live stream up to the current time, right?
This phone's about to die, so I'll lose that live stream.
Oh no! We'll go back across the street. There are 8 UP big boys left. Sounds right.
Anyway, what now?
Sounds right. I know there weren't very many. No. I think I see. Is that? Yeah, that's his car. That's Jeremy's car. I can see the little flashies on it.
Hey, I've got them working. All of them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Finally.
That's good. Guys, he put flashies on his car a long time ago. Partly in case he gets into emergency, but partly so that way, you know, if for some reason the cops need a little bit extra help, he can help, you know, or fire department or whatever it is.
I forgot a part right here.
You know, whatever it is.
I do have a police scanner, so
Yeah, he does have the police scanner. Yeah, that's nice. I just stepped on something disgusting. There you go. See that? I did a video a while ago with his lights all flashing.
Did I ever get that video?
I think I sent it to you, but I don't know if you ever uploaded it. Oh yeah, and then he got these lights put on the front here, right? Oops. They're in flash mode, it looks like. There you go. Ah, I see. That's what happened. So he's got flashies and he's got searchlights now.
These came in handy a couple nights ago. This rollover.
Oh yeah.
The cops needed more light.
Oh
and
no.
They didn't have enough light. I said, guys, I got some light. They're like, you do? I said, yeah. It was literally the hill here. Like, so I pulled really close to it and turned the brights on, and they're like, oh, that light's up there.
See what I mean? He goes to scenes all the time. So it's like, if he's going to be there, he might as well try and do what he can to, if they need help, he'll help him out. There's one time on one of his live streams, somebody had hit a pole and landed on a dirt road. Do you remember which one I'm talking about?
Yep.
This guy ended up helping them push the pole out of the way. There have been a number of times where, yeah, there's been a number of times where me and him were staging. Either him or me, we'd have one of our bright ass lights. Speaking of which, does it work right now? There we go. You know, we'd have a bright light like this, so we'd hold it up and help him out a little bit every now and again. We've literally done that. It makes it easier for us to see, so if he's doing video, he can do his video, and it makes it easier for them to see, so yeah. It's win-win pretty much. He can report on his new stuff, and they can have a little bit more light. There are 3 UP-FEF series left. UP 814, 833, and 844. I'm not sure what the one at Lions Park is. So as far as I understand, that one was somehow... Do you remember if the steam engine at Lions Park was donated to the botanical gardens? I can't remember. I think so.
I don't want to be 100%.
I could have sworn I read something like that. I can't remember, but that's one of the reasons why there's controversy, because it's like, it's their locomotive. They don't want it moved. There's certainly some level of, well, you should leave the trains where they're at because they attract people to those locations, which in all 3 cases, the caboose and the 2 locomotives, they're located in a park. So I don't know. It's a controversial issue whether they'll move them or not. I don't know. I think it could be cool, but it also would be a little bit of a pitfall to the locations where they're at, I think. I think if you moved, man, it'd be weird. Am I crazy if I say it'd be weird to move Big Boy out of Holiday Park?
It would be nice to move it out.
Nice? Yeah, okay.
I think it would, because then it wouldn't be as... People can't really destroy it as much.
There's that, yeah.
Maybe closer to the main train area.
There's that. There's that. There used to be a track that went through in that area. I think that's how they were able to get the train there, and then they end up ripping up the tracks and leaving it there. Supposedly, isn't the rumor that they got the train parked there and then forgot to move it or something like that? I swear there's something like that. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I can't remember. 1242. Thank you, Parker. Yep. There you go. So it's a little bit different one. It's a pretty small locomotive, though, out there. I don't know. I have mixed thoughts about it. I don't know if one's better than the other. Oh, man. It is after 10. Holy moly. That's later than I planned.
My legs feel like it.
Oh, man.
My house I did a couple nights ago. Look, the camera don't see it. See that? I don't
Oh.
get stitches.
Ow.
I had to go in.
Ow.
I had, you know, those tree snips.
Ow, no.
I was going like this.
No.
Like, stitch cord, and I went.
No. Oh, dude.
Now on both ends.
Guys, this guy keeps hurting himself. Not intentionally, but he keeps hurting himself. He sprained his wrist and he cut himself on tree clippers.
Cronies, yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh, yeah, so there's Lincoln Highway. I don't think I've ever really pointed this out in a video. Maybe, I don't think I ever have. There's this little marker here for Lincoln Highway. The guy's selling tickets at the depot, so there's Big Boy Fabrication Shop nearby, so having Big Boys at the depot makes sense. There is that too. So they do have the shop where they manage the deep Big Boy engine over here. And I think there is some way that you can sometimes get into that shop and see it.
Which shop?
Where they manage all the Big Boy train.
Yeah.
They occasionally have events and stuff like that. They did it during depot days, I think.
I'm not saying I have my ringtone.
Yeah, I know, right? There are two UP Challengers left. UP 3977 and 3985, says Parker. Yeah, sounds about right. There's not a lot of them left. They're out there, but there is not a lot of any of those locomotives left. They're really, really cool, and I think the ones that are left definitely should be preserved as best as they can be preserved so that people can see what it looked like. Oh, there's that. I'm going to go this way and then cross over. I'm not running. I am walking quickly. I walk fast, guys. I usually walk fast. It's very rare that I don't. It's not intentional, I just naturally do.
We can just Cody walk this way. Yeah, because when you're walking here, I was right there. Because you were walking this way, I was going to jump out of there.
Oh, man.
And you started walking this way, I'm like, I'm like, dang it.
Oh, man. This guy ran all over downtown to try and surprise me. I had it coming. I do it to him all the time when he's live.
Alley Greenway, I mean, alleyway right there. Then my service cut out.
Ah.
Like, where the heck is it?
Oh, man. So I forgot about this. Marv's place is also closed. So they've been closed a while ago.
I was trying to wait and see if you were going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Jump out over here.
I never thought about doing an article on it, but they closed a while ago. The space is vacant and they renovated it, so it's not even the same now.
Oh, the floors are way different.
Yeah, it's like wooden laminate now.
I like the door.
Yeah. Oh, man. I want to say, hold on a minute, guys. Okay. I use one thing that I'm not going to say on stream, and Jeremy knows what it is. So, yeah. It's not really too much to see. Again, pretty dark. I guess I could flip my light on, but I don't feel like pulling it out of my pocket again. But yeah, I think that's There's a number of vacant spots around downtown. There's a few places that have moved in or out of downtown lately. Over the last maybe year. I don't know. God, I can't believe how late it is. I don't know if I'm going to go too much later. Now, I know one thing's for sure. I'm not going to be able to save the... maybe I'll cross this way first. I know one thing's for sure. I'm not going to be able to save the file for this live stream because my phone is definitely not having enough space. I don't even understand what's taking up so much space on my main drive because all this stuff on my main drive is essentially applications. I don't really have that many applications, I don't think. I'd put it on my SD card, but of course it doesn't let me. Yeah. I don't know if that... There we go. I didn't hear it beep. Of course, I pushed it on the other side. Usually this one turns if you push either one. It doesn't really matter. Some of them are smarter than others in that respect. Yeah, 10:12 it is. 10:12 Eastern, or 10:12 Mountain. Okay. He's trying to get his live stream back working. Why not? Let's go up. We'll go up the stairs. I think they must be on sensors nowadays. Oops, sorry. There it is. I haven't been to the top of the parking garage, so let's walk around the top of the parking garage. There's some cool mural art up there I haven't seen in a while. It yelled at me on the other corner too.
What is it even saying? Does it say get out?
Pretty much. They don't want people to stay sitting here, so they put it in there to tell people to get out. I think only the downstairs one does it, but.
Hey, this place is a lot more camera.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they needed it. Unless they painted over all of it. Oh yeah, it is. Did they paint over all of it?
Every single wall's been painted.
Wow.
Yeah, bullshit.
There was. Illegal graffiti. They commissioned it.
Right? Like,
I wonder if they're going to replace it then.
I'm hoping so, because there's some good ass fucking pics up there.
Uh-huh.
And maybe they're gonna upgrade or something.
Well, you can still see the outline of them. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, wow, look at that. They put gates in so you can't just drive up here now.
What?
Look at that.
I could dance up here now. Oh yeah.
Man, it smells like fresh paint, so I do wonder if maybe they're going to put new ones up here.
You know what, they might have did that because they did repaint all these, so maybe they are gonna repaint.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You can kind of still see the outline of some of them.
Is it dry? Is it dry? Kind of.
Still smells like paint, so maybe this seems very fresh. Man, just to think, it might have been a week sooner we could have seen all of them. Man, that's
At least I got the drone footage.
Yeah, he got drone footage. He got a video of it. He got live stream of it.
Speaking of
Oh.
that, drone is deflyable right now.
Yeah.
Crashed into.
Yeah. Yeah, he showed me a footage. He crashed into a
The
tree.
lens is broke. I'm waiting for the lens.
Yeah. It's still. I guess it still kind of flies, right? But
No, it does, but the video quality.
yeah,
sucks.
the video is miserable.
That's why my
Man.
friend got that footage of the fireworks.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like, heck yeah.
Man, they did completely cover this up. I hope they put new paint up here.
Let me see if I can find that video.
Yeah, we got drone footage up here. We got, well, I shouldn't say we got. He had managed to get drone footage up here a long time ago. Man. It's kind of funny how now you have all this kind of
Bad stuff. Why don't,
Yeah.
why don't- see, they covered up all that. Why can't they just cover up all this?
yeah. Probably spray wash it, have to on this one, but still. All that reminds me of is the joke that a certain person that is in our friends list made, who may or may not have been falsely accused over stuff. Yeah, you can definitely see the outline of all of them, can't you? This is why I came up here, because I thought it was still painted.
Right?
They had to have done this in the last 2 days. We were
It smells like fresh paint. I can smell it.
we were up here for 4th of July.
You can see a little bit of it still left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right.
It's like right here, you can see a tag of someone. SARS. I can't read the rest. SARS taints? SARS faints? I don't know.
Gonzalez was right there.
Think over here there is the alien from American Dad, right?
Yeah.
Roger.
Over there was a Mario
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might actually paint it again. I bet you they might just be updating all the photos.
Either that or all the people that actually made these in the first place are going to come back and redo
Maybe.
it.
Yeah, because a lot of people did graffiti over them, so.
I do wonder if that'll
What I would
happen.
say is, as soon as one person sees that all of up here has been plastered, it's gonna be busy as fuck all over again because all
Yeah.
the graffiti people that were up here. Because
I'm pretty
half
sure
of the
this one's a
graffitis,
fire hazard because that's an electrical box.
half of the graffitis up
Code
here.
violation.
Yep.
There's a
for
bunch of lights
memorials.
covered as well still. Even the exit sign is covered.
Yeah. You know what, guys? I think they just painted this.
Yeah.
Look at all that.
Code violation.
There's one. There's a
This
weird
is on
one
a
right
drain
there. There's a
pipe,
420
but still.
one still up there.
They couldn't reach that. Don't you love how they wrap the pipes but don't paint the streams?
You can see the color differences on everything. They
Oh, yeah.
wrapped the pipes and it did nothing with it.
Yeah.
We'll hope y'all have a great night.
Yeah, you guys too. I guess we'll go back down the stairs over here where we came in. Yeah, we came up here thinking that I want to come up here because I was thinking of the art, and it's like, whoa, they painted over all of it. Yeah, I definitely think this is recent. I could smell the hint of paint smell when we came out of the stairway. I could smell it when I got close to the wall over there in that corner over there. And of course everything's papered up.
You want to see it? Okay, ready?
Oh yeah, here you go.
I was doing grove footage over at the lake.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be in a minute. Right over here. It took over on me.
There's the tree.
I landed a little bit, and all of a sudden, I didn't control it. Just like,
You should send that to
Ready?
Ken Heron. Yeah, you should see if you can send that to Ken Heron and get him to feature you in his next video of how trees are penises.
and then there's a circulation. I'm like, so it's not flyable right now.
Oh man.
Especially that one right there.
Oh.
That one can heat up. And
Oh
actually
yeah,
catch fire.
that's bad.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all breaking. Yeah, I can't do it.
This is the one.
This one looks like it shorted out one time. This is all black.
Yeah, it does. Man.
I hate being able to use the electrician.
Yeah.
I can point out holes.
Yeah, he knows his stuff around electricity, guys. Even though he doesn't necessarily do it these days.
I quit that job a long time ago.
Yeah.
Somebody turned on the breaker when the breaker was at 220 and had some money.
Yeah, not the greatest view right here. The tree's kind of blocking it, but
View of the good tree.
that's okay. Trees are okay until they're DICAS. I don't know if it even matters at this point since other people have cussed on the stream, but yeah.
Is that the only one that has a little granite stuff on?
Maybe. I didn't pay attention.
Me either. Just this one.
Push to exit. Does the button make the doors open automatically? I'm scared to push it.
The alarm goes off.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's for the latch on the door.
All of a sudden,
Is that a
alarm goes
Pomsky?
off, police officer
Or is that a
shows up.
husky? That might be a husky. I don't know if I want to necessarily go up and show random people's dogs on camera, but it's either a Pomsky or a husky. It's a husky. Yep. See, that's a proper sized husky. A lot of people walking their dogs out tonight.
It's a beautiful night. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it is. It's comfortable. I was worried that 60s is going to be too cold, but nah, it's not that bad. Uh-oh, the doggies saw each other. Yeah, that's a normal sized husky. I've seen jumbo sized husky
Fort
before.
Collins is all the fire hydrants like green.
Maybe it's just an area thing. I don't know. I think colors, as far as I understand though, colors are supposed to correspond to pressure. And as far as I understand, the ones here are just really high pressure.
Caution. Now they're talking.
They're telling them now.
All the graffiti is gone.
I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find info about that. Yeah, you're welcome, Luda. I'm glad you enjoyed the wander around downtown Cheyenne and just exploring and seeing what's what.
These lights used to come on too. I don't know.
Yeah, they did. I noticed that one when I walked up.
Maybe they'll switch somewhere.
Yeah. Well, no tweakers to be seen tonight, I don't think. I don't think I've seen any.
First 2 hours free.
Yeah, here you go. First 2 hours free, 4 per day, and 30 per month. And the system that they would have implemented for the paid parking down here, you would have paid per hour after the first 2 hours. But you still would have had to have your vehicle in their system and ready to go, like you have all that crap. And it's like, here you can just pull in and park for 2 hours, and then after that you can pay for however much you need.
Sometimes it makes me feel like it's.
There is a Park Cheyenne app apparently. I don't know if the scan codes will work for you to do your research. I would encourage just going and looking and making sure, but I don't think you do. Do you have to have the app installed to park here, right?
No.
I don't think so. Not as far as I understand.
Scan. Fine, don't scan.
Are you on the photo mode?
Oh, whoops.
That might be part of it. Let's see where it goes. Guess it went to the Park Cheyenne app.
Get started.
Okay, you have to accept probably.
Fine, I'll accept. I'm not putting my phone number in.
Yeah, see, and that's the whole thing. You'd have to go through the whole process if they were to implement the system on the main streets to do that. Of course, if you have a private lot, it's not as big of a concern maybe, but of course you don't want to encourage private lots in downtown, do you?
No.
That's a bad idea. Downtowns are walkable places. Supposed to be anyway. And unfortunately, suburbia and all the car-centric expansion that we did over the last, almost century now, kind of destroyed a lot of downtowns, didn't it? So many of them almost died and even died. So, yeah. Why are we walking through the parking garage?
It's nice and cool. Let's get it. Wait for somebody to jump out at you.
Someone lost their shoes. Oh no.
Never mind. Let's get it. You're on the wrong foot too. Dang ghost.
Yeah, it must be a ghost. That's probably the best explanation.
No engine. No hood.
Yeah, no hood. Wait, I think this is a car where on the underside of the hood, if I remember right, isn't this the one that had the branches like kind of going up the inside of it?
It might be. I think I've seen it before.
Yeah, I think it. I want to say it was. I don't know for sure. It's been a while since I've seen that vehicle, but if it is, that's cool to see it in a different form.
Oh yeah, whenever I told you I'm in front of you, I
Yeah.
was technically in front of you on the camera.
So I captured you on the camera at one point.
No, like I'm in front of you because I was in the chat.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, see, when you said that, I was like, what?
Then I told my wife, I said, all right, let's go actually get behind him.
Oh, man. That one comment started the whole thing. That's funny. And of course, it's only because of getting ice cream, too.
Yep.
Because I don't think it would have gone that way if I didn't get ice cream.
Man, I was gonna go get some ice cream in my freezer, but
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. I remember when this place used to be just concrete underneath on the inside of the fence.
Uh-huh. Yep. And I think that's...
No, dirt.
Yeah.
It was all dirt.
Oh, yeah. Well, this used to be that car building, right? That manufactured them, one of them. The other one was where Pioneer Printing it was, and that is now that brewery, the Trophy Creative and all that. That's another one that did car manufacturing a long time ago, I believe, right? 19th and O'Neill, right?
Yes.
Yep. The book sale was in there one year, and that was the first time I did a video of the book sale. Even though it wasn't the first book sale video I released, I don't think. Anyway, have we been wandering too long? What time is it now?
10:22.
Oh.
No, 10:28.
Oh gosh, it's almost 10:30. The one thing that would be cool, I think, is if they choose to put the train station on Reed Avenue, that whole corridor is eventually set to be designated more for pedestrians.
Okay.
Trains will still go through, but it'd be almost completely designed for pedestrians for a large distance of the length. And
Why
be
are they taking away
huge
these
huge
one-way
area.
roads?
I don't know. I think a lot of people think they should do away with
Jeremy
one-ways.
accidentally went down one
Are
time.
you serious? Oh man.
But it was a side road. It wasn't
Okay.
these ones. This is like way. It was by the airport. I mean,
Okay.
by the Air Force Base. I didn't know those were
okay.
one-way roads over there.
Oh, yeah. There's some of those that
I'm
are
like-
one way.
I literally pulled to the side and I'm like, whoop, nope, turn around. Cop was in front of me too. I'm like,
Oh man.
I told him I didn't mean to, man. I didn't know this is here. He's like, it's all good. I do it all the time. It's like we all forget about these back here. At least it was like midnight, so nobody was really out.
That's all right. On the slow roll last week, they took us down one of those spots. We went the wrong way. People were commenting about it, but it was already too late. We already were headed down that way, so everyone just went right along. Wasn't a big deal. It's again the side street. It's only like not even 100 feet probably, but it's that one of those little bits where it kind of curves off. In the one direction has to curve off this way, the other has to go the other way. And we ended up going the wrong way on that part. That was kind of funny. Oh man. Well, man. What do you think? End over here somewhere on 17th maybe?
Yeah, because
It's getting too late. I should have probably ended it a while ago.
I might get both.
Oh man.
And then I broke. I ordered them money. That's what my sponsor money went towards.
Ah, okay.
And then I bought that guy.
There you guys go. Oh,
I
man.
broke that too.
Jeez. Poor guy on his drone. That's the second time he broke his camera on his
But I
drone,
did it
guys.
The first time and the second time.
Yep.
Damn trees. Pictures today, I guess.
Guys, if you don't know who Ken Heron is, I think I have his channel link on my main channel page. He does all kinds of drone stuff, but he also goes inside of abandoned buildings with his drone. Either way, every now and again, he does montages of people's footage where they smash into trees and other crap like that. And then he's always talking about how, in that respect, trees are dicks. Is that a power outlet?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Holy crap. Can anyone use that one?
Where the heck were these when I was riding my e-bike?
Maybe they were there and we never saw them.
I had a power in over here, remember?
Yeah, I do. You had to pull into the parking garage and go on that corner spot.
Until it caught fire
Yeah.
on the way home.
Oh man. Let's see. I don't want to promise a video next. Oh, guy, lights. 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 Dude, I don't think this poor guy got it.
You got him.
Yay! Woohoo! All right.
A couple nights ago, some of the lights are off, and my flashes weren't doing nothing, so I turned my big lights on. I'm like, and
Oh man.
I'm like, okay.
God, I mean, in a way, you're not supposed to do stuff like what we just did, or even flash your lights. But it's like if you don't, then they're gonna drive home without them on, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be hearing about how they rolled over into a ditch somewhere because someone didn't see them coming.
Then Jeremy has to go to that scene.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, is it better to do something slightly illegal to help everyone involved, or do something that maybe isn't illegal but results in someone probably getting hurt?
I think sometimes cops yell at them too.
I think they do too.
Oh, and then when you were looking at this building right
Yeah.
here, I was upside down.
Dang, dude.
And you walked that way, then
If I had more of a planned route, then I don't think this would have been as much of a problem.
because then when you were looking at all this stuff, I'm like, I was
Oh,
still over
man.
there, I'm like, come on, walk this way. Then you lost me a little bit. I'm like, where's these buildings at?
This poor guy, man. I don't think he's done that to me yet, guys. I've done it to him dozens of times where I've rolled up on him, surprised him. I think there was a couple times where I turned on my little, hold on, turn this for you guys. I think there was a couple times where I turned on the blinky behind him to spook him just a little bit. Of course, that was in a private lot, but still, I did do it a couple times. Oh yeah, there's this place. I forgot about this one. This one just recently opened, our place. I think they were at a different location, but now they're over here. And I guess they sell all kinds of like westerny stuff.
Frontier Days Park here, not the Frontier Days Park, but the main park.
Not
By the
really.
I can't say the word. The garden.
The botanical
Yeah,
gardens.
Have you been over there?
Haven't been extremely. Well, I kind of went near there.
Right
but
across the street.
they've been working
They've
on
been
that.
working at BQ's.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know what they're doing,
I'm like,
but I have noticed that. That's why there was concerns over parking during the Super Day. And they were telling people to take bike or transit or whatever to get there instead if they could.
Find the dead light.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this set of lights on this pole's broke. Ah, there's a couple of them. They're out. This one, that one, and this one. Those ones are out. That one's working. It's twinkling. Yeah, maybe they unplugged them. That one is out, but then there's others that are working.
They should put more down like different roads.
Yeah, they should.
Mainly downtown.
In my opinion, they could use more bike parking areas in downtown.
Hey, sir, you think somebody's missing keys?
Probably for an e-bike. I don't want to show the whole key because I don't want to dox their lock. But I don't know. This dude's, oh my gosh.
If it was, I was just gonna leave the keys right here. I'll post these on Facebook.
Oh man. Somebody lost their keys. Might be someone in the Pioneer Hotel for all I
I'll
know.
post them on Facebook. Anybody get missing keys? I found them on
At Pioneer Hotel,
Pioneer
yeah.
Hotel.
Anyway,
Yeah, these look like. Okay, no. We'll find. I'll post them. It's Cheyenne News. Let's post right now. Keith.
just might want to, I almost want to say cover the things because you don't want to dox their lock. It's possible to recreate a key from
I don't have
that,
nothing on.
but from the bumps on them. But of course, you'd have to know which lock it goes to. There is that. I don't know if you'd want to cover that or not. I don't know. I don't know if it even matters because you don't know what lock they go to. Oh, I had my thoughts interrupted. So I don't want to promise a video for next weekend just yet. Well, at all. Oh, actually, I thought of one more thing. Where's JCPenney building? This is JCPenney building. Where is the Mayflower building? Is it right here or is it over here? Where the Mayflower used to be? I can't remember. It's either over here or over here, but I think, if I remember right, I think the Mayflower thing was over here. It burnt down as far as I understand, and I found photos of it in a book that's actually written by Sue Castaneda again, one of the people with the Wyoming, was it? Why am I blanking on it? State Archives, there we go, Wyoming State Archives. I think that's about the last thing. I don't want to promise a video for this weekend. I kind of doubt I'm going to have a video for this weekend. But I am going to try to get more videos soon. There's maybe a couple things I'm looking at possibly filming here, as well as something in another city that I kind of want to film.
Posted.
So I'll try to do that soon, and I'll try to be a little bit better about doing live streams. With things not being quite as busy, I'll just say busy, as they have been over the last couple months, I think I'll be able to do a little bit more live streaming. Maybe we could kind of start out on Del Range one of the next times and do a little more live streaming out there. Since the last time I did a live stream, that kind of messed up. And I think that's about it. I think I want to wrap up because it's getting pretty late. We're at 10:39. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think I want to wrap this up. So we're going to walk back to 17th and Capitol. And I guess we'll end it off there.
Hello.
Wells Fargo. The Mayflower was on 17th between Capitol and Central. Thank you. Between Capitol and Central. So was it? Oh yeah, that's right. JCPenney used to be over here, didn't it? Right? Yeah, I think it used to be a little bit over this way, didn't it? Wait, crap. Am I getting mixed up? I don't know now. Now my brain's twisted. It would have to be over here. I remember being able to see JCPenney in one of the photos, though. Maybe I don't remember. I'd have to relook at it. Thank you for that, Rockies fan 17. Thank you for that. Rockies fan 17. Thank you for mentioning that. That helps.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I found photos of that. The guy that photoed that, I guess, photoed all kinds of stuff in Cheyenne back then, and well,
Okay.
I found a book at the book sale that had a whole bunch of the photos they took. There are so many historic photos that are just not out there very much. I think not a lot of people know about. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough, so I think I do want to wrap it up. I do want to might as well give a quick shout out to my members that support the journey on YouTube and Patreon. If you want to join, links are in the description. But I think that's going to be it for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. And until next time, do you want to do peace out?
Peace.
Peace out, guys. See you guys soon. Have a good night. Good night, everyone.